Afternoon from Bogota, everyone. It looks like my internet is working today. Yesterday, the hotel internet stopped working for no reason, but it looks like it's working fine right now. I just took a break from LaBitConf, headed back to the room, get some work done, and I want to give you a little bit of an update. Some of the things that I learned that make me feel better about 2018, what's going forward. I was actually pretty nervous about 2018, what's going to go on with Bitcoin. And I had a talk with Trace Mayer the day I arrived. And I had a talk with Vays a couple hours ago. And we were discussing what's going to go happen as far as the CME is concerned in the next couple months. Hi, Mom. Mom just stopped in. Yeah. Hey, Blaze. We just got done with the meeting. I was teaching Blaze how to do Steemit. I'll do a couple things on Steemit. But yeah, we're discussing the CME earlier today. And since I've been here, this is my biggest worry. Wall Street coming into crypto and trying to co-opt what we're doing. I'm totally against that. And I don't want to see crypto being co-opted by anybody in the banking system or on Wall Street. So the CME, they have a history of controlling gold and silver. And for those that have known me for a long time, I've been in the gold and silver industry going back to 2006. I started learning and buying precious metals and watching podcast after podcast, listening to Peter Schiff. That's how I met Jeff Berwick of Dollar Vigilante, because we came from the gold and silver industry. I went into sales in the gold and silver industry. I was blogging. I was doing videos. I was teaching people how to protect their assets using precious metals. Well, Bitcoin came along. To me, it's digital gold. So I got into the crypto community really heavily. 2014, started learning in 2011. And it was started by crypto anarchists, people who don't necessarily need to have people tell them what to do with their finances. We have our own banking system. We control our own money. We transact peer-to-peer with this money. So when I saw that in 2017, this has been a great year. We've all done very well, 12x since this time last year, or a little bit more than that now, for the price of Bitcoin. And Wall Street sees that, and they see a cash cow, no doubt. They want to be part of it. And they're going after what is precious to us, this system of finance outside of their control. For me, they've ruined gold and silver. Some people argue that, this is the prices of silver and gold are the true prices. I don't think so. I think silver and gold should be much higher than they are right now, especially with the limited amount of the resources that are available. So they can control that market very easily. The bullion banks control the gold and silver. So when they short it, they just use the gold and silver that they have, and they short the market and keep the price down artificially. And I was worried with the CME, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, coming in and trying to do the same thing to Bitcoin as they did with gold and silver. As we've seen, Bitcoin, I think today was about $12,000 each Bitcoin. Oh my God. So they see this and they say, oh wow, let's come in and try to get some of this money. They're going to try to short it. But the thing is that Tone and Trace made clear to me was that they don't actually own the Bitcoin. You actually need to own something to short it, to really have leverage in the market. And the difference with Bitcoin is that we as the users have the real Bitcoin. What they're going to be trading on the CME is just a futures market. To me, it's no different than BitMEX, which we already have, which is a futures market. They're going to be trading something that doesn't exist. You and I have the real one. And if we decide that the price is going to be $12,000 for Bitcoin, it's going to probably stay at or near $12,000 for Bitcoin. At the end of 2018, it might be $100,000 for Bitcoin. We don't know. It might be $5,000. But it's what we decide it's going to be, not what some futures market and some guy sitting at a desk either in London or New York or Chicago, what they're going to decide Bitcoin's going to be. So that's my little talk about the CME, and I'll give you some updates about what's going on. Today we had a nice panel today about the Bitcoin scaling debate, and I found it very interesting. It was very civilized. There was no arguing, yelling, and I was really appreciative of that, seeing the guys talk civilized. So I see my wife is on. Hi, baby. Hey, Joe. How's it going? Thanks for showing us around Berlin when we were there recently. And going to these talks, you get to see a different perspective than you normally do. In Panama, we have an amazing crypto community. I love our community, but day in and day out, I hear the same perspectives. When you come to a conference like this, and you got people from all over the world coming to one location to hear about something that's as important to the future economy as Bitcoin, and they all have their different opinions. You get to take pieces of these opinions from everybody, and then you get to mold a new idea for yourself. And that's why I love coming to these conferences. So I'm going to go back. My knowledge of cryptocurrency is leveled up. And not just that, but the possibility to make relationships. Shake hands with the people that you deal with online. Like Sean Owen. I got to hang out with Sean from my crypto trading group. I've never met him in person, but Joe and we've known him for almost 2 years now within our group, but we never met him in person. Well, this time I got to shake his hand, see what kind of person he is in real life. Just like I got to meet Joe when we were in Berlin. So in real life, meetings are just as important as our social media contacts that we have every day. And this is how we get to know people. This is how we get to educate ourselves and learn about new things. So get out there. Don't just stay in your community and teach people that way. Go out, start shaking hands, folks. I'm a relationship guy. I'm a connector. That's what I do. And that's what I'm proud of. And that's why we launched Token Magic, because being an influencer in this industry is everything. And it's so cool seeing people walk up to me like, "Hey, Randy Hilarski, man, I'm a big fan. I see you on Twitter. I see you on social media." And I get to see my fans in real life. So cool. So that's my update from LaBitConf, and I look forward to going home in a couple days. I have not a massive headache for being at this elevation all the time. It's been really hard. So I'm used to living on sea level, not being up at 6,500 square feet. So or 6,500 feet, whatever it is. All right. Ciao. Ciao from Bogota.